Guys, we have a problem here. Um, we have two problems. Actually, we have a lot of problems. Uh, First and foremost, the Caribbean. The Caribbean is still getting beat up right now with the hurricane. Hurricane Melissa is basically now passing Jamaica. It's ridiculous. To see what's happening, it's basically a category 5. I know after it passed Jamaica, it's going to be unrecognizable. This is like the biggest one that island I've ever encountered in history. Also, this is what a lot of people are not talking about. Right next to Guadeloupe, guys, in the past, yesterday they had a huge earthquake back to back, 6.5 and a 6.2. Big quakes are still happening right there along the fault line. There's a fault line that actually run through the Caribbean that run all the way up to Iceland. It's where you find the Atlantic Ridge. And right in this location, right next to Guadeloupe, is east actually of Guadeloupe. Huge quakes are actually happening right now, but no one's actually talking about it due to the fact of what's happening right now in Jamaica with this storm. And I get it, I really do, but it's a huge problem that's happening right now next to Guadeloupe. It's like 10 big earthquake hit that location in the past, I would say 24 hours, and that's not good. All right, the smallest one was actually, let me see, was a 4.5. We have a lot of 4.5, a lot of 4.9, and there was a 5.4, 6.5, and 6.0. But there's a lot of 4.8, 4.9, so forth. That's pretty big, and especially in the Caribbean with those islands, that is a big quake. Also, east of New Jersey, guys, next to all the way down to Pennsylvania, down to Maryland, they had a quake of 2.5. So it's basically, sorry, south of Jersey, Philadelphia, towards Maryland, they had an earthquake, 2.5 magnitude. I'm not surprised. I told you guys these areas are actually going to be getting some seismic activity moving to the end of the month. Now we actually have 4 more days left, guys, and look what's happening. Things are going crazy right now. October, I told you guys October, and it's literally our reality come a very, very epic movie. And we just have to deal with this because this is now our new reality. Atlas, look what the chaotic, the buzz it caused this month. Look at the quakes. Look at the beginning of the month, what happened in the Philippines. Look what's happening. Look at the storm that's now in Jamaica, moving to the Caribbean, that's right next to Jamaica. And which this storm is a historical event. October is an epic moment. It's a historical moment. Now, West Coast is still an large uptick of quake, especially in Northern California. Northern California, next to Eureka, is getting swarms of seismic activity. Also, Southern California and along the San Andreas fault line. But again, guys, eyes on the Caribbean right next to Guadeloupe. Big quakes are happening. Puerto Rico, south of Puerto Rico, also, you guys are getting swarms of quake. You will see some more quakes happening around the New Madrid fault line. You're going to see that because of what's happening on the eastern part of the North American continent. Because this seismic activity is actually going to move back up to part of Canada, like Ottawa again. We'll see more seismic activity coming up in the next few days. Montreal, Quebec, these section of the eastern part of the North American continent will have another uptick with some seismic activity. And so I'm letting you guys know to get yourself ready, prepare yourself, because this is basically what's coming. And again, guys, Sindirji, Turkey. I told you guys, I've been warning about this location from the beginning of October. Sindirji, Turkey got hit 6.0 magnitude. And after that followed a bunch of 4.9s. A bunch of them. And I told you folks what was coming for this location. And this is just the beginning of what's coming. So these location, guys, if you live in this location here in Turkey, you live in Sindirji, Turkey, you're in a bad area. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to get better, folks. It's just going to escalate and actually get worse. And again, the same thing with what's happening over there in the Caribbean with Guadeloupe. Same thing. And also what's going to happen in Dominican Republic, southern part of Puerto Rico, the British Virgin Islands. These places are going to be swarmed with some seismic activity. And again, places like Maryland, New Jersey, the border of New York and Canada, eastern part of the North American continent, the New Madrid fault line. You guys are also going to get an uptick with some seismic activity. And look out for some pretty decent sized quake on the the west coast, the San Andreas fault line, especially in Northern California too. You will see an uptick of earthquake. Also, Utah, Idaho. I want you guys to get ready because the next 4 days is going to be interesting. And after the 29th of October, guys, after the 29th of October, you're going to start seeing some crazy stuff unfolding. I promise you. Remember this. After the 29th of October. All right. Once again, thank you for always watching my